let me explain something to you. If you're doing love magic out here, you have to step back and let the work do its thing. See, the most common complaint is, I don't see anything going on. I don't see anything going on. Well, listen, depending on what type of job you're doing, you need to pay attention to the details. See, what most people are looking for is hey, yeah, the guy come back, baby, I love you, this and that. That's great. But there's details before that happens. Now, if you're working with restless spirits and tranquil spirits, there's going to be things that are going to transpire. Prime example, this chick tells me today, this guy, she did some work on whatsoever. This guy was acting some type of way. He jumped up and both his knees gave out the other day, right? And then another client calls me up today. This guy has a truckload whatsoever, and he called her up when, the guy was, talking about everything was going great, and all of a sudden he says that something broke off his truckload whatsoever, and he basically he's been having little issues whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? So these little details, these minor details are things that some people will overlook. And they'll basically say, I don't see anything happening. Well, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a house to burn down? Or are you looking for just the extreme? Because most of the things happens in stages, rather say, or in steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You have to pay attention to all those minor details. This is the thing about spiritual work. This thing has to be in you and not upon you. There's a lot of people out here that want to get into this shit, but they do not have the fucking eye for this shit. So when you see the symbol of Horus, the Eye of Ra, or whatever, the Eye of Ra, or whatever, the Eye of Horus, whatever, I don't know, whatever. This is basically letting you know that you're supposed to have a spiritual eye to know what's going on. And I'm not talking about seeing chakras and auras and ghosts and shit like that. These are just natural phenomena that transpire that you have to be aware of. If you can't pay attention, leave this shit alone. Number 2, intervening with the fucking work. Do not intervene within what you're doing. Do not listen. Some of y'all get into this thing, y'all want to force the situation. Y'all gotta call this guy. You want to call this person. You want to call this woman. Sit the fuck back and let the work do its thing. Because by you intervening into the work, you're only going to make matters worse. It's funny when the rabbit's got the gun, is what I've been told. The more you step back, the more the person draws to you. They come to you. The more pressure you put against them, the more they run away. The more you step back, the more they come for you. The best strategy in doing spiritual work is to do nothing at all. You do your shit and mind your fucking business. Go about your life.